Welcome everyone, Kelly here from Bit Above Average MTB, and today is finally the day that I've been waiting for. Out going to take a ride on my new bike, so maybe we'll quickly cut to the bike check that I did on it. What's happening everybody? Today is the most exciting day for every biker. It's new bike day. I'm going to show you my 2020 Transition Sentinel. Stay tuned. Anyways, we have it out here today, and finally going to get a chance to ride it. You know, try and get it dialed in. You know, get a little bit of feedback, see how it performs, and yeah, I'll let you know how I'm feeling about it. Well, I just finished my first climb, so obviously I want to give some feedback on the climbing, you know, climbing ability of it. I'm doing two distinctly different climbs this morning, so I'll give you a little bit of feedback after I've completed the two. I know no one wants to see a bunch of climbing videos, that's pretty lame, but I will throw two quick time lapses of the small portion of the two trails that I'm doing, just to give a little bit of reference. But yeah, we'll get to the feedback right after that. The trail that I'm on here is Good Sir Martin. The beginning of it is very well known for being very steep and has some very tight turns on it, and all in all, fairly challenging section. So basically what I'm trying to get at here is, obviously being long travel 29er, bigger wheels, the bike felt really good through these turns. What I've felt in the past before on some other bikes is that when we start to get steep like this and we start to get into some turns, we start to get a bit of a front wheel lift, or light in the front end, and you sort of feel like you're pushing through the turns or losing front wheel traction. So I think this bike did a really good job. The traction on the rear wheel was good. It felt very balanced even on the tight sections here. So I really don't think the bike basically wasn't feeling too long, and definitely stable. So yeah, I thought it was great. So I did actually want to talk a little bit about the climbing, just jumping back to that here. So I did two distinctive climbs here today. One was more of a technical climb, a little bit rockier turns and that kind of stuff. The first climb, I'll put that in here, was basically more of a steep, just gravel path. Everyone on the shore probably knows this one. Obviously it's Old Buck, but if you don't know it, I mean, it's a slow, gradual, steep rock path. Pretty steep, but smoothish. And the one thing I did notice with the suspension here, in that setting, I did feel a little bit more bob than I'm used to on my other bike. But yet again, for the climbing traction, seemed definitely more on this bike. So, I mean, I can handle bob on flat, smooth. You just definitely don't want it, obviously, when you're trying to climb stuff. So I felt the traction was really good on the, like I said, the rough climbing, and a little bit of bob sort of on the smooth. So you probably feel it on roads and that kind of stuff. So, but you can always flick the climbing switch on. I didn't notice basically any of it in the climb mode. So generally I don't really turn that on very much, but I mean, if you're on the road or that kind of climbing stuff, whatever, turn it on, not a big deal whatsoever. Seems to completely eliminate it. Yeah, so we're here on John Deere. We're going to do this little bit of a roll and drop. My brakes definitely are not set in, and suspension is a touch soft. I'm going to go around and not do the as fun side. Definitely need to seat these brakes in. Let's go over here. And hit this roll. Oh shit, that was way too deep. And my suspension's soft. Completely bottomed out the front fork there. I think I need a little bit more air. Yeah, look at the poor rubber there. I think I jammed her all the way to the top there. Yeah, definitely need a little bit more air. Maybe go a little bit slower off that drop next time too. But yeah, we're here at John Deere. All right, let's drop in. That was badass. That felt absolutely amazing. Definitely a little bit rusty, you know, recent injury, weather, being sick. I mean, I've only ridden maybe 4 or 5 times in the last 6 months, so yeah, felt great though. Felt really good. Well, so far, I mean, one of the things that's very obvious about this bike is the way it corners. I don't know if it's, you know, fresh tires and but the addition of everything. Yeah, I mean, it just hits the corners excellent. Can definitely feel that I'm more forward, so I guess that's the SVG or Giddy Up 2.0. Oh yeah. Whew, yeah, so there we go, first reaction. Oh, tears in the eyes, sweating, out of breath. I mean, oh, that was a great lap. I mean, still have the little bit of tuning and suspension, need a little bit more air. Tires feel good. The wheelbase length and the lower BB, the cornering all seem to be spot on. Definitely working good there. The corners feel like super natural, like right away. So yeah, can't wait to get this thing dialed in just a little bit more. Well, my day on the bike's been awesome. I mean, I don't think it could have gone pretty much any better. I really love the way this bike corners. Yeah, I mean, the cornering's definitely amazing. It doesn't feel as long as it is. I feel like, you know, especially the high speed cornering, really it excels really good at that. I don't mind the tight turns. I mean, it doesn't, I don't know, maybe because I'm used to a long travel 29er, because I've, you know, spent the last couple of years on one. But I would say that yeah, I absolutely love the way this bike corners for sure. I mean, that's basically it. That's the way it is. The high speed downhills, it definitely feels like more than 140 mil. I mean, so far from the limited riding I've done, when I put it up to speed through some little bit rougher stuff there, I didn't feel like I packed up the rear end. I mean, I'm sure I will eventually. I mean, it's only 140, but seems to be making really good use of that 140. So yeah, it's quite impressive. Gonna take the easy way out, hit a little bit of flow here. So yeah, I mean, had an absolutely amazing day. The bike felt really good. I mean, I got to work on my tune a little bit. Needs a little bit more air, and then both the fork ends and shock. So we'll get that straightened out. So yeah, I mean, just an absolutely great day. So I couldn't be happy. I think I'm gonna get on with this bike really well. I think we're gonna have a really good time together. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I don't really see too much downfall here. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's gonna be have to spend a lot more time on the bike, but I mean, initial feel, first ride, I mean, I'd say it was fantastic. So yeah, so basically, you know, thanks a lot for watching today, and you know, we'll see you on the trails, and thanks for hanging out.